Hello, beautiful light beings, and welcome. This video is specific to getting messages here for the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. The portal itself is usually open from around July 26th, 27th, anywhere up until August 12th through the 16th, depending on who you listen to and what the astrology is that's going on around it. Now, as we dive into this, I want to give you a background on it. I'm going to speak to some of the astrological signs briefly, and then we'll get into the oracle cards. I have all my decks out, and we'll pull different cards from different decks to see what beautiful cosmic energies are coming through, as the Lionsgate is an energetic portal of the highest degree. So if you feel like skipping ahead to simply the messages, the timestamps will be below. This is an incredibly powerful Lionsgate for three different reasons. One, it's occurring in a 9-year. 2025 is a 9-year. The 9 energy reflects back onto the numbers it is with. Every year we're going to have 8/8 as that culmination of the Lionsgate. 8 and 8 with 9 becomes the reflection of the 8/8. So that makes it particularly potent this year. Then on top of that, we have the full moon in Aquarius coming in at almost midnight of the 8th if you are located anywhere on the Pacific Ocean. If you are further east, which would be Central Time, Mountain Time, Eastern Time, and going over the Atlantic, you will be feeling the energy of the full moon. It will be culminating on the 9th of August here. However, that's a very, very close energy. The Lionsgate essentially is moving into the full moon. They're happening at the same time with very potent numerology present. 8 and 8 equals 16, which reduces to a 7. When you add 9 to that, that's 16. See how we have that reflection, which again is the 7. So one of the decks I pulled out is the Oracle of the 7 energies, because this is the vibration of 7, which is going to be with us until probably the next Lionsgate. Now, the third energy is the Mercury retrograde. Mercury's retrograding in Leo through this entire portion. Mercury comes out of retrograde on the 11th and then goes through what's called its storm window for about 7 days and its post shadow for about 14 days. So Mercury is absolutely retrograding the whole time in the middle of the Lionsgate portal, which is a very unusual event. This is what is making this Lionsgate energy so spectacular. Now, what is the Lionsgate? It is essentially the direct lineup of our Earth, Sun, and the star Sirius, which is in the constellation of Canis Major. It is a direct alignment. Sirius is about 26 times more brilliant than our Sun, and it's almost twice as large as our Sun. It's the biggest point in the sky that we see from Earth as a star. It's called the bright star, the dog star Sirius. It's often referred to as the star that guides sailors through their journeys. It was involved in the birth of Jesus and the 3 kings. And there's a whole mythology around all of that that you should definitely check out, because I think it is absolutely fascinating. The 3 kings have been related to the 3 stars on the belt of Orion. And what is the constellation that Canis Major is chasing or right next to? Is the constellation of Orion. So here we have, culminating in this Lionsgate energy, the Sun, the Earth, and Sirius, while at the same time Sirius has a direct diagonal line into the belt of Orion the Hunter. And that belt is considered, the 3 stars that sit on that belt of Orion are considered the resting place for the soul of the god Osiris, the great Egyptian god Osiris. In fact, the constellation of Orion has often been associated with Osiris and the energy of Isis as well. And Sirius is always connected to the rising of the Nile during the summer months, which then brings fertility to all of Egypt. So these two energies and these two constellations, Canis Major and the Sirius energy and the constellation of Orion, are all linked in together to bring in an energy of manifestation, if you will, an energy of fertility, an energy of abundance, but more than anything, an energy of rebirth, because Osiris is the god that rules death and rebirth. And what is 8-8? What is the number 8? It's ruled by Saturn, but it's also ruled by the sign of Scorpio, which is the 8th house in astrology. So the energies of Saturn, which is Dharma, karma, our mission here on this earth, and the energy of Scorpio is very intensely involved in this, and Scorpio rules transmutation. It's going through death and rebirth. Therefore, this beautiful Lion's Gate offers all of us an energetic rebirth. In fact, it's almost like a cosmic rebirth, because the star Sirius is also called the spiritual sun. And every year at this time, it is rebirthing our own sun and our planet Earth. So we get to walk through an energetic gateway or portal where we can completely reinvent ourselves if we want to, if we're ready for that upgrade. This touches every single human being walking this earth. However, because Mercury is very deeply involved this year with it, we have certain signs that are going to feel it the most. So if you happen to be a Leo or have very strong Leo in your energy, for example, Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon, your Mercury's in Leo, or you happen to have Saturn in Leo, because Saturn is the planet that rules all of this, then really pay attention. Now, Leo's complement or opposite sign is Aquarius. Aquarius is part of this as well. So if you happen to have Aquarius heavily in your chart, in those planetary placements, or even in another place, in a stellium in your chart, then you are also going to really feel the impact of this energy. And then, of course, the other two signs would be Scorpio and Taurus. Scorpio being the death and the rebirth energy. You're going to also be going through some form of renewal here if you have strong Scorpio energy. And with those of you that have strong Aquarius, and I do, I have Moon, Mercury, and Aquarius, it's about working well with others. It's about looking at what are you doing for the well-being of the collective, because the Aquarius energy is about what is good for all, not just good for the one. Where Leo is what is good for the one, Aquarius is what is good for the all. We have to do this as a race of light beings moving forward. And how are we going to show up that way? So if you have Aquarius, issues with community, friends, groups, that might be a place that's highlighted for you right now. If you have Scorpio, you could be going through some kind of a death and rebirth, feeling like something in you is dying, needing to be released. You might be going through a dark night of the soul. If you're Leo, you're being asked to really step into your personal power. It's time for you to become more deeply self-aware. Now, mind you, this is hitting all of us. I'm simply identifying the signs that might feel its impact like it's in your living room, all right? Now, the signs that are going to feel very empowered naturally by this are going to be predominantly the fire signs and the air signs. So the other two fire signs are Aries and Sag. You're going to probably be moving through this feeling like it's working for you. You can really use this energy. And the air signs that are going to really be moving through this in a very fluid place are going to be specifically Libra. Libra's like riding that wave. Gemini has a little bit of Uranus to deal with. So if you're Gemini out there watching this, know that there could be some few curveballs that come in here, a few bumps in the road as well. Things could be a little lopsided. That's okay. All the air energy you're getting a lot of help though from the fire signs. So please take that, okay? And then Aquarius, as I said, you have to think of the good of the all. Now, Taurus is also a fixed sign. So as a Taurus, how are you going to be impacted by this? It's about getting out of your comfort zone, knowing that it's time to finally leave that comfort zone. It's time to leave all the things that you've built, but you've already mastered. You know you've done well here. You've reached the pinnacle of something in your life, or the culmination. And so for Taurus, I think it's a time to reflect and look at what is the next journey in my life here. All right, and then all of the other signs, you know, all of us water signs, because I'm a water sign, I'm a Pisces. We get to kind of just feel our way through this. We're going to really go through the depth of the ocean and our emotion through all of this. And then the earth signs that I missed, which are Capricorn and Virgo, that's okay. We're hitting eclipse season right around the corner here. Your energy is going to be significantly amplified very, very soon. But Virgos and Capricorns, you might just be kind of like going through this, maybe not feeling that much. Again, look to see where other placements in your chart are to know where this energy is most heavily impacting you. All right, I really wanted to give a little bit of an all signs, just a splash in there, if you will. Let's dive in and look at the oracle cards. I wanted to start with the Gateway of Light activation by Kyle Gray. I'm going to use 2 of his decks tonight because this is a gateway of light that we're in. So what is this Lion's Gate along with the full moon? What is it activating? What gateway of light is it bringing through for us? And we've got 2 cards. I had a feeling I was going to get 2. I love it. It's higher heart activation. Whoops, there you go. And I think I've pulled these 2 cards before together. I'm pretty sure I have. Higher heart activation. It's about dropping your shields. Divine love, your heart is being healed. You know, when we go through an energy of 8-8, and because the full moon in Aquarius is so deeply connected to it, Aquarius is the healer, really. It's the star energy in the tarot. This Lion's Gate is offering every single one of us walking this beautiful Gaia planet an opportunity to more fully heal our heart and to more fully open our heart. But to do so, we must drop our shields. All right, so that's the portal. It's a pink portal. I've been working with Archangel Chamuel, the beautiful God of love. The beautiful Archangel of love. You can also call him in, and his beloved counterpart, Archangel Charity. They work with the highest vibrations of divine love. But we are all here to receive a higher heart activation. So make sure that you are open for this, and dropping the shields simply means that you might want to look at what defense mechanisms you have, what barriers you have that have been crossing your heart and keeping love from really, really finding you. You may want to go back and look at the last little short reel that I posted, because that was one of the biggest messages in that reel. The second card we have here is Ancestral Realm. Karmic release, healing the lineage and boundaries. So again, we've got a message around boundaries and dropping shields. They're almost polar opposite, but not really when you think about it. It's about knowing what a healthy boundary is. That's what this is about. What is a healthy boundary for you? A healthy boundary would represent something that keeps things out that you know you do not want in your energetic field. They slow you down, they distract you, it doesn't add anything to your day or your time. That is where you want to put up a nice, healthy, solid boundary, but you want to give it flexibility. So we're talking about creating boundaries that bend, like the trees that sway in the wind, yet nothing breaks them, right? That's the kind of boundary we're looking at here. The healthy boundary allows the wind to come in. So it's allowing that love and the higher frequencies to easily come in, but the boundaries are also keeping you strong in what you know is not the energy you want around you. Now, the ancestral realms, that was the message that came in when I did my Instagram reel yesterday. The ancestors and our loved ones that are in the higher realms right now always have greater access to us when we are in these sacred cosmic portals. So throughout the Lionsgate energy, our ancestors, loved ones, including animals that have gone beyond, they can reach us right now. Now, the next time we're going to have a beautiful corridor of light that's lit up like this again is just around the corner when we hit eclipse season, which is all of September and even starts at the end of August. So we're really not going to have much of a break here as we go from Lionsgate into the eclipse quarter. Maybe we'll have like 1 week, maybe, but I don't think so. So what I'm getting here is this portal to the ancestral realm is going to be completely open for quite a while. And it's allowing our ancestors to heal us. Let your ancestors, your loved ones, give you guidance and direction on how to heal any part of your life where you need a healing in. Because we have the message of healing in both of these cards. The first one was healing your heart, and this one is about healing the lineage, healing your ancestral line, the generational karma, but it's also about karmic release. So it's healing your karma. This is a golden, golden opportunity to release all karma. Let it go. And your ancestors are here to help you do just that. Please call on them. Beautiful messages. So I wanted to see if we had one or two, before I even opened my mouth, gatekeepers of light coming in to help us. And of course we do. Mary Magdalene. She is one of the beautiful ascended masters that works with heart energy. She is about sacred love and unconditional love. But in this card, her message to us is the teacher awakens. You have something very important to share right now, whether it's to share with people close to you, whether it's to share in your career, your job, or whether it's to simply share with the world. Follow this inner call, because this call is going to get stronger. Do not let anything stop you from sharing what you came here to this earth to share. So Mary Magdalene is coming in here for us all right now. She's one of the keepers of the light that during the Lionsgate energy and beyond, she's helping us awaken the teacher within. And that could also be that it's time for you to get mentors, that there's people you're going to want to work with where they're going to be teaching you something very significant in your life. Perhaps you are becoming an actual teacher, whether it's a therapist, a counselor, a healing teacher of some form, or literally you're in the school system. Call on this beautiful, beautiful goddess to help you, because she's surrounded by roses as well. So I'm feeling very, very strong heart energy here. And Mary Magdalene is also one of the beautiful ascended masters, goddesses of peace. So if there's peace that you want in your life and love as well, call her energy and ask her to help you bring this in. All right, so let's go to the Oracle of the 7 energies and see what extra guidance the 8-8 Lionsgate portal is wanting to bring in for us. Earth magic. Number 1, I love it. That's the Fool card, Earth magic. The earth itself is filled with magic. All you need to do is access that magic. Every footstep we take on this sacred planet, we allow magic to come in. Every footstep. It takes awareness, though. That magic can still reach you even if you're not aware of it. However, when you become aware of it, there's nothing that you cannot do and accomplish, is what I'm getting here. So the invitation is to connect with Gaia, to get out and touch plants with your hands. That's what I've been doing recently when I'm out and about with my shoes on, because I don't like to take my shoes off a lot. I run around in my socks and my bare feet a little bit. So I make sure that I have crystals in my hand, that when I'm outside, I'm touching beautiful trees and plants with my hands to get that earth magic, to get that grounding energy into my body. But for those of you that love to run around without shoes and socks on, run around barefoot, this is a beautiful message that it is time to do so right now. And the codes of the earth will just naturally come in through the soles of your feet, and it will wrap you in magic. The last message I'm getting from this is the earth wants to bless all of us right now. All of us that have worked so hard to be here, to become awake, to work every year on becoming the better and better version of ourselves. The earth wants to thank us. She wants to gift us with some of her own magic in this portal. I love these messages. So now, okay, I wanted to see also from the Universal Oracle, the Oracle of the Universe by Stacey DeMarco, are there any cosmic beings that wanted to come in? Any, because we didn't get any cosmic thing here. We just got the ancestors and, you know, a little bit of the Ascended Master realm and the Archangelic realm. Are there any cosmic energies that are specifically wanting to grab our attention during this portal? Wow, it's a nebula, the Butterfly Nebula. That's about transformation. That is about transformation. It's about change. Wow, and it's the Butterfly Nebula, but it's also called the Twin Jet. You know, when I saw this, the first instinct I got was the twin flame. So when Mary Magdalene comes in, because she is a beautiful ascended master of unconditional love, and she guides us on our journey in romantic love. Perhaps this is a journey for some of you watching where you are with your twin flame, or you're going to soon be with them. Be with them or meet them. But the Butterfly Nebula is about embracing the change that is wanting to find you. All right. Is there any other messages coming in? Because I'd like to get one from a cosmic nebula, cosmic constellation. Anything else? Beautiful guides and guardians. Okay, two came out together. Oh, I love this one. I think I had it on one of my reels. It's the constellation Draco of the dragon. So that's the constellation that's coming in. It's the dragon energy, the cosmic dragon realm. And the message is guardianship. You know, the dragons are the sacred keepers of gold. They're the ones that watch over the immortal apples, which are called the golden apples. They watch over our immortal soul, in a way, if you will. And the message is guardianship. So call in these beautiful cosmic dragons to be your guardians and your guides at this time. I love that message. And I did get another one, and it's the constellation of Capricorn. So maybe some of you watching have strong Capricorn energy in your chart. Capricorn is the energy of perseverance and never giving up until you've exhausted the last possible solution, and then you leave it. Capricorn energy, we only walk, I have Capricorn in my chart too. Capricorns only finally leave something once they've followed every trail on that path, and then they're done. Capricorns don't give up easily. They persevere. They're very, very organized. But in this message, it's about gratitude. So the Capricorn energy is saying, on this journey, every day, bring gratitude with you. Every single day. All right, I love those messages. Let's see if we can get some lunar messages, as this is also a full moon here. Do we have any lunar messages for the full moon that we're going into? And I will do a separate reel on the full moon. Things can always be changed. That message came in yesterday on my Instagram. Things can always be changed. Do not get stuck in the thought pattern that things cannot be changed. And then I got another earth energy, Taurus. So we do have to be grounded right now. We really do need to connect with Gaia. Taurans are known for their stability and finding comfort and consistency. During this full moon, don't make any dramatic changes to your lifestyle. So right after the first quarter moon, things can always be changed. We also got Taurus saying, yes, they can be changed, but they have to do so. You have to create the change slowly. It has to be a work in progress. They don't want you rushing into this. You've got to create the change with a foundation of consistency and stability. All right, those are gorgeous messages. And I just wanted to end this with some tarot. Since this is the Sirius star, the Sirius star that we're dealing with, I wanted to get some messages from the Sirians. Tarot, please guide us through the Lion's Gate. The 8-8 energy. What energies do we have coming through? Well, we have the 9 of Orbs. So there's some anxiety that some of us are dealing with, but the card almost fell, which is leading me to believe this is something we're leaving behind. We're letting go of the 9 of Orbs, which is the 9 of Swords, and we're not wallowing in our anxiety. We're not letting our anxiety, negative thought forms, fears, we're not letting our fear keep us stuck anymore, because it was right away followed by the Master of Flames, which is the King of Wands. That is a huge leap right there, from the 9 of Orbs to the King of Wands. You might have someone helping you through this too. That could be the Master of Flames, could be someone helping bring you out of this place of fear, anxiety, negative thought forms, whatever that is. But this is a beautiful energy. It's very, very positive, because the Master of Flames is fire energy. So it's fire energy that is going to get you through this. That is Aries, Leo, and Sag. You know, the Master of Flames is a very, very powerful king. Incredibly powerful. He or she knows who they are. It's about living in your authenticity. When we are dealing with the Master of Flames, you're in your sovereignty, you're in your authenticity, you have solid, humble self-confidence, you know how to lead, you know exactly how to use your energy in the best ways possible. And maybe that's exactly what you're searching for. You want to be in this energy, okay? And so what we're seeing here is you can absolutely translate out of the fears when you believe in yourself. So it's about building self-confidence so that you can build self-mastery. That's the message I'm getting there. Do we have any more? We have reflection, the Hermit. So perhaps many of you have been in a little bit of that 9 of Orbs energy because you've been in a place of very deep reflection. Now, reflection can also be a time where we're hermiting. We're doing a lot of inward work. We may be in a healing time in our lives at whatever level that healing is, whether it's financial, whether it's mental healing, whether it's emotional. But this healing time is a time that we're getting to know who we are, and we're listening to ourselves more. And so the Hermit coming in after the Master of Flames is showing us all that through this time of deep inner reflection, and that can go on for months to years, it's bringing us into self-mastery though. And this is exactly where we need to be. So let's see if I can get one last card to end this reading with. Can I get one last card to end this reading with? The Four of Chalices. Okay, which means I don't want to end this reading there. Yeah. Okay, there's something we've got to break through. Reflection and self-confidence and self-authenticity are the answers here. We're being given the answers. We're being given the tools. Self-reflection, having mentors with us, having teachers with us, building our self-confidence, knowing who we are, spending time learning about ourselves. These are the tools that are going to get us out of that mental fog. And they're also going to bring us beyond the Four of Chalices, because in the Four of Chalices, again, the beautiful woman here has she has 3 cups behind her. So those cups are upright. But she's so focused on something around her that she's not seeing the cup that's wanting to come towards her. So in the Four of Chalices, there's a gift, there's something that's coming towards you, but you may not feel like you're ready to receive it, or you're so focused on maybe the past, or being very centered right here and right now in your comfort zone. You know, the Four of Chalices is being in our comfort zone and being afraid to take a risk. Yet there's something awaiting you, something calling your name, right? There's something calling you your name. Are you going to respond? That's the big question here. Are you going to respond? And you know, the last card I picked is, yes, you are. The Six of Orbs. That's the Six of Swords. In this deck, though, I love, this is my favorite Six of Swords. It's a dolphin swimming with 6 beautiful orbs in a sacred circle towards the Merkaba of higher knowledge and wisdom. So you are that beautiful dolphin, and everything you need is all around you. All you have to do is have faith, work on your self-confidence, do deeper inner reflection if you need to, work on your self-awareness, build healthy boundaries, but don't close yourself down, okay? And this dolphin is moving towards the Merkaba, which is your spiritual light body. That's where we're all headed, and that is what this Lion's Gate is offering each and every one of us. All right, I hope you like the messages, sending you all so much love. Please stay tuned for the reel I'm going to post here, probably on Saturday. It'll be just a very short one for the full moon. It's the Sturgeon full moon with the moon in Aquarius. And as I said, there's so much astrology around all of this right now. Just be very, very present for it, and sending you all so much love and so many blessings. And please send me comments. Let me know how you're all doing on this journey. Give me a thumbs up if you like my videos, and subscribe to my channel. Many blessings.